How do I paper file my tax return with an ITIN? Imagine sitting down with your tax documents, ready to file your taxes the old-fashioned way. If you do not have a social security number but need to file, you might wonder how to do it with an individual taxpayer identification number, or ITIN. Let's walk through the steps to help you get it done smoothly. First, you need to fill out Form W-7, which is the application for IRS Individual Taxpayer Identification Number. This form is necessary if you do not have a social security number and need an ITIN to file your taxes. You can find Form W-7 on the IRS website, and it is free to download. Next, prepare your federal tax return, usually Form 1040. When filling out the form, leave the social security number box blank for yourself, your spouse, or any dependents who are applying for an ITIN. You will attach the completed Form W-7 to the front of your tax return. If you are applying for ITINs for multiple family members, such as a spouse or children, include a separate Form W-7 for each person and attach all of them to the same tax return. You will also need to gather original identification documents or certified copies from the issuing agency. These documents prove your identity and foreign status. Common documents include passports, national identification cards, or birth certificates. Make sure to keep copies of all these documents for your records. Once everything is ready, mail the entire package, your paper tax return, all Forms W-7, and supporting identification documents, to the IRS ITIN operation address. The IRS will process your application along with your tax return. After processing, they will assign you an ITIN, process your tax return, and send back your original documents in the envelope you provided. If you need your documents returned quickly, consider visiting an IRS Taxpayer Assistance Center or working with a certifying acceptance agent. These agents can verify your documents, help you complete Form W-7, and return your originals immediately. Remember to keep copies of all forms and documents you send. If your ITIN has expired because it was not used on a tax return for 3 years, you will need to renew it by submitting a new Form W-7 with your current tax return. Some tax benefits, like the child tax credit, requiring a valid ITIN, so filing correctly is important. Keep in mind that paper filing with an ITIN takes longer than electronic filing, so try to send your return early to avoid delays. If you are filing for a spouse or dependents without an SSN, be sure to include their Form W-7 applications too. Following these steps carefully will help you successfully paper file your tax return with an ITIN, making sure you stay compliant and can access the tax benefits you deserve.